Hey y'all, it's your girl 𝑍𝑎 and we back at it again with another video. Okay, if you're new, welcome to the channel for all tips and tricks on beginner lash techs. And if you're returning, hey girl, what's up, how you been? So today we are going to be talking about things that could be affecting your retention, and I'm just going to give you a quick list of things and why it's actually affecting your retention. Okay, so of course we all know like retention is like the #1 thing. Like that's how you keep your clients. Good retention. Nobody wants to pay good money for lashes that's just not going to last. Okay, and I finally unlocked the secrets to good retention. When I say good retention, I don't mean 2 weeks, I mean like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Like clients still coming back with 3 weeks and 4 week lashes with over 50% of their set, 70% of their set. Okay, in 2 weeks I see them, they still got 80% of their set. So that is what I'm talking about, good retention. And that's what really that's going to make your business really stand out, and that's something that you can market as well. So we just want to go through the process. Basically, y'all know I like to tell y'all things through stories. This is easier for me. So we're going to walk through a lash set. Okay, so the first thing that could be affecting your retention is your lash poo. What are you using? Okay, now I'm not sure what y'all use. This is what y'all should be using. You should be using the Prolonged Lash Cleansing Concentrate. Okay, this is specifically made for lash extensions. It is pH balanced. That's the real key. It's 3 keys to retention. It's the natural lashes, the pH balance of the natural lash. It's how do you work with your adhesive and placement. Okay, so when it comes to prepping the lashes, it starts from the beginning. Of course, you always want to start with a clean canvas, but you need something that's going to balance your client's lashes, okay? Because we want their lashes to be at a neutral 7, okay? So this is pH balancing. It gets rid of all the proteins, all the extra oils, blah, 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 okay? Shampoo. If you use anything else, I highly don't recommend. When it comes to rinsing the lashes, after you do your lash bath, you need to be using distilled water only, okay? Spring water is okay. Tap water is too acidic. Spring water might be too alkaline. You need a neutral water. Distilled water is just like baby water, okay? It's a pH balance of 7. So that's another thing that you're gonna have to change that could be affecting your retention, okay? Next we have primer. People love to sell y'all primer. You do not need to prime every client lashes. Every client does not get primer, okay? Every client does not get primer. Primer is only for people that have oily skin and like extra oil, excess oil, okay? Because it removes all the extra oil or anything else. I have ran out of storage. Okay, so back to primer. Not every client should be getting primer, okay? Primer is only to remove excess oils from the lashes, okay? So you only want to use primer when you notice that they got oily skin. So if you guys look up, because I don't want to tell y'all the wrong information, but if you look up porosity of the lashes, you could tell which one needs the primer. I believe that it's the one with low porosity or high porosity. I think it's high porosity. Whichever one got the follicle closed, that's who needs the primer, because it needs a better attachment, okay? So every person don't need primer. Stop priming everybody's lashes. Some people don't need it, okay? Adhesive. I'm gonna start a whole series on adhesive, because little do y'all know, it gets really tricky with adhesive. All you need to know is that you need to learn how to work in the environment. You guys are not picking out the right adhesive for you, which will be my next video. Okay, so you have to learn adhesive. Like you got to learn how the temperatures, like the temperature and the humidity should not be close to numbers. Okay, that's a good tip. It should not be close to numbers. Okay, your temperature should be in a good setting for when y'all buy adhesive. Read it, okay? Read what it says. If that does not fit in your room, your average room, like humidity and temperature range, don't buy the adhesive just because somebody says it's the best adhesive. One thing y'all need to know is that everybody got the best adhesive, okay? Because it's all the same thing, okay? So all the adhesive is oil free, all the adhesive is waterproof, okay? All the adhesive is mega strong. That's just the new thing. Adhesive has evolved. So don't get caught up on people's marketing tactics. Make sure you are getting the adhesive that's appropriate to you. And if y'all don't know or y'all need help, stay tuned for my next video. The next thing that is messing up your retention is the lack of knowledge of natural lashes, and that goes back to the pH balance and also doing what's best for your client's natural lashes, okay? Because if they have really fine lashes, you should not be attaching big fans on there. If they have short lashes, you should not be attaching like 15 millimeters on there, because the length is going to outweigh what the lash can withhold, so it's not going to stay long, okay? So the trick to that is, for them baby hairs or them smaller hairs or them finer hairs, just use a finer diameter or use a shorter lash. It's also going to help your sets come out a little bit fuller. All right, also practice clients, like practice or pay more attention to your clients' growth cycles. Pay attention to how their natural lashes are already. Once you get a good feeling of your client, especially if they're a returning client, and how their lashes naturally are, you know, how they grow, how they shed, you'll have a better understanding and know how to service the client better. Another thing that is affecting your retention is your placement, okay? So I'm telling y'all, placement is so important. I feel like people, when they be selling y'all retention guides and stuff like that, they always talk about their glue. But it's really, once you learn how to work with the glue, you know how to work with the glue. It's about how you placing the lashes on the lash, okay, y'all? So when you are doing like a classic set, you want to cover at least 1/4, 2/4, 2/3 of the natural lash with the extension, okay? Now I know that in school we were taught, or like during your course, we was taught to only dip the natural extension. We're just doing classic sets right now, so we was taught to do the natural, we was taught to dip the extension only like a little bit in the adhesive, okay? But times have evolved, things have been tested. Now you need to dip that extension a little bit longer. So if I see a natural lash like my pinky, right, I'm going to dip the extension at least to right here, so when I place it, it'll cover, okay? That's another thing with placement. Make sure you are using enough adhesive, especially for classic sets. When it comes to, wait, we're not done yet, classic sets. Now when it comes to attachment, you want to make sure, because I was struggling with this as well, when you're doing your classic sets, if you offer that, when you attach it, I preferably see better results when I attach from the side. I use CC curl. Most of my clients have curly lashes, and very rare that somebody has straight lashes. If you lash your girls with straight lashes, you the girl, but usually curly lashes. So I attach from the side, so you make sure you visually see. Make sure you see that base of the extension connect to the base of the lash, okay, or the shaft. You do not want lifting at the bottom. So if you like flick the extension back a little bit to look over, you see it's like lifting at the bottom, take it off, redo it. That's one of the biggest reasons why people classic lashes don't last, because of the base be lifted, because we be trying to, I make all my classic sets straight. I don't know about y'all, but my classic sets be on point. So make sure y'all pay attention to that base. Connect it from the side so you can see like that, okay? That's exactly how it be. When it comes to volume lashes, placement is very important. A lot of people use the wrap method. I now use the wrap method, and that is like the best for the best retention. It's the best method for the best retention. When you place it on there, I also place from the side. If y'all don't know what the wrap method is, it's basically like when you intertwine the natural lash inside the fan. Now the only way to really achieve this is to use a glue that's working slower than you are. Okay. See, transparent moment. I just had to stop the video because my client that was coming is not gonna be able to come because she wasn't gonna make it in time. So back to what I was saying is, you have to use a glue that's working slower than what you're working, which means that you have to use a slower glue. Right now I am currently using a 0.5 second glue. Yeah, so I'm working faster than my glue, and my sweet temperatures is like whatever they've been doing their big one on me. So I finally found a nice medium where I could work, get good retention, and still be okay. So my glue's not drying too slow, it's not drying too fast, but it's drying just at a good rate where I'm able to wrap each extension and make sure. It's about intentionally placing the lash. You don't want to just be popping them on because you're trying to be fast or whatever the case may be. You really want to give thorough work. That's how you keep your clients, and that's how lashes is going to stay, when you intentionally place your lashes, okay? So those are some of the reasons why your retention may not be where it need to be. And before you guys go and just go shopping and giving into other people's marketing and stuff, make sure y'all do some research on y'all rooms. Within a 3-day period, keep an eye out on your thermometer thingy to see what ranges your rooms fall in. If you can't control it, then you definitely need to pay attention to which adhesive you buy. And if you can control it, figure out some numbers that's good for you before you go and invest in an adhesive, because it's really not all about adhesive, as I just gave y'all multiple reasons on what's wrong with your retention, because those are the things that I've literally just overcome within the last couple months. And the last thing on my list, which I feel like is really big, it's a really big topic, is not giving 100% coverage. Y'all cannot be out here charging people $100+ for 80% coverage, no matter how many lashes they got. Unless it's a classic set, I mean, you should be lashing every lash, unless they got a shit ton of lashes. But when it comes to hybrid set and volume sets, I understand that, you know, they have a lot of lashes, so, you know, you put in fans and stuff, so you don't want to make the set fuller than what it needs to be. But that's where your expertise come in as a lash artist, and knowing how to make fans smaller so you could put more. The reason why y'all retention is bad is because y'all not lashing every lash. So you got already 20% missing from the beginning, from day one. So now when it's week 2, you have that 20% plus whatever else they lost, and then y'all coming back and y'all charging them full set price for what, when they didn't even get a full set. So practice doing 100% coverage. It's going to make your retention way better, because they're going to start losing stuff as it goes on. Okay, so my client is calling, so I gotta go, but stay tuned for my next video while I teach y'all how to pick out the adhesive that's best for y'all.